Hey, all you mutant goons from beyond. It's Slashers podcast time with me and Coker, but we're doing something a little bit different here. We're not just the regular Slashers pod. We're a subsidiary, right?
We are a Slasher spin-off show, Slashers Smoke Break, with the stoners of the podcast, James J. Coker and Doug Waugh.
Yeah, well, sometimes you have to get high to certain movies here, and what I like to call these movies that we're doing here are the ones that don't get the big metadata.
No, you know what's funny is they're not even mentioned like in horror circles too, like the real deep cut shit, folks.
Yeah, I think the closest we had to this is when Jake and I did that double header episode. I did a Roscoe the Embalmer. That's kind of something
that's a super deep cut.
It's a super deep cut too. Yeah, because I was looking for other podcasts on a Roscoe the Embalmer. The only one that pops up is Slashers.
See, that's a deep cut, man.
Yeah, well, that's not to say here that all these movies are going to be like graphically grotesque. This is also movies that you'd kind of watch in a basement at like a slumber party.
Oh, absolutely.
Like at 3 a.m. in the morning.
I mean, think of this podcast as like the stoners are in the basement watching the real weird shit.
Like you wake like all
Slasher Smoke Break.
Like all your other friends are asleep, and then some of you are still up.
But you up at like 3 in the fucking morning watching like Necronomicon Book of the Dead.
Yeah, we're like in our packing cases and stuff like that, and just kind of laying there. But we're too lazy to turn off the TV.
Yeah, we're just like, whoa, man.
There's something.
And I got my pipe and
something
shit.
Weird is on TV, and I don't know what the hell the name of the movie is.
Dude, I am very glad that you were happy smoking from this pipe. Like it hit at a very good rate. You know, it wasn't too much of a punch at first, and you were able to exhale very beautifully with it.
Well, thank you very much. What was that, a 10 out of 10 on pipe blowing?
Just...
No. You got to save that for the tube steak, 2 for 1 sale at Stater Hose. Or for you East Coast people, Giant Eagle.
Old school pipe.
Yeah. But anyway, we've got a real special one for you. This one did pop up on from Vinegar Syndrome through a box set, and now I believe that box set is out of print.
It was last year's regional horror box set.
Yeah, and the thing is, this VHS I remember seeing at in Ohio. They had this place called Drug Mart. It was like a CVS pharmacy.
Drug Mart.
Yeah, and they didn't have. I know Ohio's known for its heroin and stuff, but they weren't selling this here. It was like a CVS, but inside you could rent VHS tapes. I remember I saw the cover for Jack Frost 2 in there. And
the snowman on the island one?
Yeah, Revenge of the Mutant Killer Snowman.
Oh, okay.
Which I like that one. And they had a VHS copy of WinterBeast.
Did it have this cover?
It had that cover.
Hold on, let's get it for the Zoom, everybody.
Can you see it there?
Oh.
Now this beast on here.
WinterBeast.
I do got to say that I should have bought that VHS when I had the chance, because they were probably selling it for like $10. Because now I went on eBay, I looked at the current one. It's $1,200 fucking dollars.
What?
Yeah, it's $1,200 on
for the
eBay.
Blu-ray.
No,
for the VHS.
For that VHS.
God, VHS. Well, I mean, it's such a regional, little-known film, man. I mean, I could see that. That's like Tales from the Quadedron Zone little status.
Yeah. I mean, that's I know. Remember Eric Spudik? Do you remember Eric Spudik?
Oh God, Eric Spudik.
Yeah, he had that copy of Tales from the Quadedron. And this is for all you VHS nerds out there that know you're collecting. But yeah, he ended up selling his copy for like $800.
Damn.
Yeah, so I wish lucky guy.
I'm looking at my VHS right there. It's pretty nice.
Well, yeah, I'm looking at the stack here that we're at Coker's place recording. He's got.
I got a stack right there of like, dude, it's a good mix of 90s and 80s. You're like 90s, 80s, 90s, 80s, 90s, 80s. I try to keep it as much of my childhood as I could with my VHS tapes. Dude, I even got the big white clamshell case of like the Dragon Ball Z anime movies. Lord Slug. That one's for you, Jake. I'm a DBZ fan too. But anyway, man, we're getting off topic. What did we get high to this early December? We decided to get high to and watch a weird fucking movie called WinterBeast.
Now, this film here is kind of interesting because the cover shows, well, the movie's called WinterBeast. The cover shows a beast wearing like this cloak in the snow. So
like an American Indian ogre thing, you know? And it's in the snow, and guess what? There's no snow in the entire movie. In fact, it's autumn and it's Halloween time. Surprise!
And it's not really a beast. Remember that joke in The Simpsons where he walks out of Naked Lunch? He's like, I can think of 2 things wrong with that title. That's what it reminds me of. There's no winter and there's no beast.
Not really, no.
There's two things wrong in this title. What the fuck?
No, granted, yes. But when the movie starts, the movie opens fucking strong, dude. That movie opens with, like, imagine, guys, an uncanny valley, public access 3 a.m. Hi, everybody. Creepy, uncomfortable, what the fuck is this tone? And then with, like, stop motion Evil Dead demon and some gore effects, and you're like, what the fuck is this?
But this is terrific
to watch when you're high.
It is, but the thing is, it's not just regular stop motion like Evil Dead. This is like Kablam from Nickelodeon.
Yeah, it feels like a scary version of Kablam, guys. It's crazy. But sadly, right after that, it wakes up. And then, sadly, this was our biggest problem with the movie, guys.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, I like to put this theory as throughout the movie, there's these inconsistent tones of very, very cool special effects and stop motion.
You know, the stop motion scenes, guys, the stop motion nightmare scenes feel like something from Adult Swim. And they all end with, like, intense, silly but like uncanny gore that you're not expecting. You know, the stop motion monster scenes.
And then it goes to long, slow, drug out, like late night college two-man play, but like boring, guys. But with interesting dialogue that halfway amuses you and halfway doesn't. And we watched this high, guys. So like try to watch this sober. You can't even get through that. We needed a fair amount of grass for this fucker. Yeah, well, the thing is, what's interesting is that this was a soundstage because we watched those special features on the Blu-ray.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is this. They had access to all these sound stages, but it almost felt like the room where it's like, why did Tommy Wiseau need green screen up on the roof?
Mm-hmm.
It's like
very much like that too.
They had a bunch of
this
actors.
Is an early 90s horror film?
It came out in 1992, but it wasn't basically.
When did it start filming? Isn't this one of those horror movies that took like 15 years to finish?
Well, no, not that it took that long. The filming started in 1986, but then it was forgotten. So they're probably like, oh, well, I started work and I forgot that we had to film that movie.
Oh my God, it was just halfway abandoned?
And then there were 2 scenes shot in 1986 and the rest was finished in 1989 when they had some free time.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Yeah, and apparently the footage that was shot in 1989, which was some of that WinterBeast stuff at the end of the movie, that was just shot in 2 days.
Wow. Holy shit.
Yeah, so this movie, and the crazy thing is the director, this is the only movie the director did. So I don't know what's going on with that there.
Plus, let's face it, it's not winter at all. It's autumn. And the real bad guy of the movie isn't these stop motion monsters or the big ogre thing at the end. The bad guy of this movie is this creepy as fuck, like Colonel Sanders innkeeper dude in like a checkered suit and a bow tie, and he yells at people, and then he goes from like a yelling asshole to like straight up nightmare fuel, guys. This movie goes from crazy to boring to nightmare fuel.
Well, yeah, he was kind of like an adult version of the kid of Michael Myers in the original Halloween.
He's like dancing around these spoiler, guys, spoiler. The stoners are going to spoil stuff. Whatever. He's dancing around like rotted ghoulish bodies around his place with like creepy kid music playing, and he has a vintage clown mask on, and he's just dancing around, and it drags. It's like... It's nightmare fuel.
It is.
It freezes the moment. And you're bored for a good chunk of the movie, and then this happens, and you're just like, "What the fuck?"
That record song, plays for the same 6 minutes.
It does, and it drags. It grabs you, dude.
Well, and then the 2 cops, so the ones we were talking about, the characters that are just like you don't give a shit about.
You don't give a shit about, but it drags. But their dialogue is like halfway funny. But like, I knew a lesbian once, and halfway like. Oh my fucking God, get on with it, dude.
Yeah, we're talking about the snow rangers that are up in the mountains there. One of them wears sunglasses indoors.
Yeah.
So I call them sunglasses at night, dude.
Is the movie, I will give the credit that the movie plays with him being the main character, and then they have the scene where he's rock climbing in like the most boring way, and then a stop motion monster grabs him, who you think is going to be the main character, and tears his fucking head off. And it's all to like bad stop motion too, and you're like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So the movie plays with liberties, man.
And when he pulls the guy's head off, the person that's supposed to be like the stunt person, it's like kids Play-Doh thing. Like it's like if a 2-year-old made it out of Play-Doh.
Like the whole murder scene is stop motion. The victim is stop motion. The gore is stop motion. The monster is stop motion. It's like it takes these Ray Harryhausen surreal moments, but with like a weird low budget public access tone, which took me by surprise.
Well, this is the first time now. Can I say that this is the first time I've ever seen clay titties count as real nudity in a horror movie?
That was, it's funny, that murder scene, guys, which is really crazy. It feels like an Adult Swim show on acid, but it cuts to this girl with curly hair and decent titties. I don't want to body shame. I'm sorry.
Oh, lick the dust under my boobs. That's what she'd say to you.
Anyway, so then it cuts to like, what was it? Was it a tree monster? It was like a tree monster.
No, this is a cameo by Groot. So James Gunn stole the idea of Groot, or maybe
Groot comes in and tries to get her out of the window, and then when he pulls her out of the window, this scene drags, and you think she's gonna live, and then the thing just pulls her out of the window and just throws her against the wall, killing her, going bleh, and it's all stop motion too, with her being stop motion titties and everything.
And she doesn't get like her head ripped off; she just gets slammed into a wall. But it's the clay thing. It's the clay
and
version
it's that
of her.
thump. So it's like these characters just get. They establish these characters and then they just get brutally and very abruptly murdered. Like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's kind of like the characters like, hey, mom and dad, you guys are the main characters. It's almost like the family in Beethoven. It's like if the dad and mom were there and then all of a sudden Beethoven rips the dad's neck out and the mom gets like crushed by a school bus or something. You know what I mean? That's how this would be if you think about it.
Oh, yeah. But then sadly, the film goes back to its draggy moments too. Like after the nightmare fuel scene with the creepy that's gonna stick on my head, dude. It really is. But after the nightmare fuel scene, it then starts to drag in that Thing sort of way, but with like creepy lighting and jack-o'-lanterns everywhere, and I was like, damn it, we're in Christmas mode and Halloween keeps coming back.
I think they got confused because where the fuck is winter?
Where the fuck is it's not winter at all. Our month is flashing through the snow and we're doing our stoner episode not in the snow.
No, but okay, can you tell me the story of this? What the fuck happened in this movie? Like when we're watching, I'm like, what is the story of this movie? There's like
it's a haunted totem pole. It's like, okay, so it's like they're northeast, I think Maine or something, and like there's an Indian totem pole that I guess is possessed that turns into different poles or pissed on. And then what the fuck is the vulture monster? Dude, there's a stop motion vulture monster scene in this too, and a stop motion dragon. What the fuck is happening in this movie?
And we got to say to the effects. Well, actually, I got to say, like, I'm pretty impressed because this is a movie that kind of inspires low budget filmmakers because it's like, they did this, I could do this too. Even though it is like it's very dollar store looking, like 99 cents only. Store.
One of my favorite scenes in this, guys, is like this dollar store 99-cent store skull on like a bad plastic spine rips itself through a guy's stomach and then does a really plastically like it's like Dollar Tree nightmare fuel. I loved that scene. So all of the horror wasn't always just stop motion. And plus there's that weird blue zombie scene coming out of the fall leaves and shit, and it felt like Devil's Story.
Yeah, this film did feel like Devil's Story a lot.
And they established that female cop as a new main character, and she dies too. So this movie keeps establishing main characters only to have them abruptly killed by some ghouly thing. It's actually kind of cool in that regard.
And the main guy with the sunglasses that thinks he's cool. So imagine like...
And he gets his head just ripped off.
I'm trying to think. So imagine like the main character like Better Off Dead. He's a cool guy, and then halfway through the movie... Yeah, imagine if John Cusack
holding up the fucking like stereo.
Well, just imagine that, and then all of a sudden he gets his head ripped off by a pterodactyl or something. That's kind of like the logic of this movie.
That it is. It is. It's. Dare I say,
head torn off?
There is a sort of punk aesthetic, public access Adult Swim vibe to it.
Yes,
that sadly, though, can get fucking boring at times. Like you can snip 20 minutes out of this movie, make it a long short film, and it would be fucking fantastic.
Well, we were talking about this. Like, this is the kind of movie that I don't think would play good to like an audience.
Sadly, it won't, because the movie goes from highs to lows so often. It would not play good in an audience or at a theater. So no, it won't.
Well, we said we were going to double bill it with Bloodbeat.
Okay. You know why? Because Bloodbeat, we should go show an image of Bloodbeat, right? Bloodbeat is another like winter time. What the fuck am I watching? Nightmare fuel Christmas time movie. So I thought it would pair well with Bloodbeat and Stone, but if this was fucking winter time, then it would play better with Bloodbeat. But it's an autumn movie.
Well, it's funny when you Google WinterBeast,
that bugs the shit out of me.
The plot synopsis is a totem pole gets revenge and kills people in a small town. I mean, that's the extent.
It doesn't say anything about the winter.
It doesn't say anything about the winter. But the thing is, where's the WinterBeast? There's no. Well, the thing is, I'll give it.
Why did they call it that?
I'll give it an edge because I'm glad we're doing this episode to kind of clear it up because I feel like a lot of people that when I mention the name WinterBeast, they automatically think that 70s made for TV movie Snow Beast, which I like too. Remember remember Snow Beast?
I don't remember.
It's the one with Yeti. Oh, that's what Alex.
I thought that movie was called Shriek of the Mutilated.
Well, that's another one of those
Yeti movies. How many 70s Yeti movies were?
Well, there's a lot of them. Snow Beast was kind of like Jaws, but in the Alps.
Also, this movie ends with like a weird ogre demon thing
that's supposed to be around, Snow Beast.
And then they shoot flares at it and shit, and it's like, what the hell is going on? Those scenes kind of felt like a weird, fucked up Power Rangers, don't you think?
A little bit, yeah, with more gore.
Yeah, with a little bit of gore.
And if the Power Rangers bought their stuff from the 7-Eleven, like last minute shop, they're like, oh, we got to film a movie, so we got to get some stuff.
Yes. But that scene where the demon's mouth is going like that was kind of cool in a weird, creepy nightmare kind of way. Sadly, guys, this is not a movie to watch in a party. This is a movie to watch with like your friend and you're high as fuck and it's late at night. This is that type of horror film.
Or for you independent filmmakers out there that want some inspiration, because this is a film where I actually sat there and remember I turned to you and I said, these actors aren't very good, but they're trying their hardest.
They're trying. We both said trying at the same time. We're like, they're trying.
They're doing a good job. This is like if the director casted his neighbors or his cousins or
he casted his family and his family wanted to give it their all.
Yeah, that's so it's like, come on, mom, do your lines, and the mom's just doing her soliloquy or monologue the best she can. It's kind of
inspiring in that way.
It is, yes, it is. You know what I mean? Like if you had like during Thanksgiving and you wanted to film a movie, it's like, okay, family, I just want to film a scene. Can you guys all act this way? And remember, this is like you got to give it. And you have the aunt kind of doing her whole Shakespeare kind of and this. So, you know what I mean? It's not good acting, but they're trying.
That would be an Adam Sandler movie.
Oh God! Don't give him any ideas. I've seen Jack and Jill.
Adam Sandler in the making of WinterBeast.
Okay, and then here's another topic you brought up. A good topic
in your brain. I can see it. I can see it turning, dude.
Yeah, but Adam Sandler.
Guys, we got to make this scary movie.
Have you seen Hubie Halloween? I guess. Well, that was.
You know what?
That was a fat grandma. That's the killer in that movie.
Hubie Halloween for being. Hubie Halloween brought like 90s Adam Sandler kind of back in a way, and my God, the Halloween atmosphere in that movie was like holy shit.
Didn't the mom have a chainsaw?
Yes, she did. It was a Killer Granny movie.
It was a Killer Granny movie.
Hubie Halloween is dumb, but it's dumb Halloween popcorn. That's Hubie Halloween. But we're not here for Adam Sandler.
No,
we're here for the WinterBeast.
Yeah, and Adam Sandler can go fuck off with his XXL clothes that he wears. Have you seen what he looks like? I've seen those
where he looks like a kid in his dad's winter clothing, and he has like a giant coffee cup, and he's like this.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that turns to his son. It's like, well, son, it's Saturday. It's 6 a.m. in the morning. We're gonna go shopping at Ross Dress for Less. Like, what the fuck? Why wake me up at 6 a.m. on a Saturday?
He could be that kind of dad. Yeah, he's like, Dad, we have millions of fucking dollars. Why are we going to Ross?
And he yells at his kid when he throws away the McDonald's cup. No, what are you doing? We can save that. I can put pennies on there when I go on the highway.
Come on.
No, I'm being mean to Adam Sandler.
Yeah, you're being mean to Adam Sandler.
Well, that's okay.
You're mean to Ben Stiller.
I like Ben Stiller.
Why?
Because he was in the movie Highway from Hell. You remember that movie?
He's barely in Highway to Hell.
Yeah, but you want to know what I think? He comes from like a background of like more horror.
Funny, that's another early 90s deep cut horror film that not a lot of people know about. Highway to Hell. That's a fun movie.
I know Kino Lorber recently.
Yeah, with demons and shit and a good budget. Jerry Stiller is in that one.
Yeah,
it wasn't Ben Stiller. It was Jerry Stiller. He's in it. Ben Stiller's dad. We are really off track, folks.
Well, so is this movie.
I mean, this movie does get off the track all the fucking time.
Well, what I gotta say to you, brought it up. I'm gonna backtrack a little bit here. But when you said this movie was like, it's like if someone could recreate it, I don't think that's possible.
No, it's such a late 80s, early 90s time capsule. But like a regional student film budget time capsule.
Here's the thing. The way this was made, everyone was being really serious about making it. So it's like, it's not like for example, this is like something you'd see on Tim and Eric on Adult Swim. Like we keep mentioning that.
But the thing, as you were saying earlier, Doug,
Tim and Eric is self-aware.
Tim and Eric is like self-aware weirdness. This is like unaware weirdness.
This is like,
they think they're being serious, but they're just being really fucking weird.
Yeah, they think that they're like, okay, now we got this goal, and maybe the audience won't know if we. Maybe they weren't even thinking about what the audience would think. Because of that,
there's like an authenticity there.
Yeah,
there's a real charming authenticity to this,
kind of like The Room,
because of its unawareness. Whereas Tim and Eric might be fun, even terrific when you're high, but that they know what they're doing.
Yeah, they're making it fake, and they're aware that public access, because this feels like a public access 3 a.m. movie. Homaging, yeah,
they're homaging. That's Whereas this is as much of a roller coaster of up and downs as this movie is. It is a charmer, and I'm glad we watched it. In all honesty,
yeah. Well, I gotta say, WinterBeast is like the perfect mix of like if you're on a sexy rose petal bed with red silk, and then you have a whole thing of X-Lax. You know what I mean? It's like you're ready to go, but any movement, you'll just shit yourself or you shit the bed. That's kind of what it is, isn't it? It's like, oh, this is so good. And then, oh, what the fuck is this? A 15-minute improv scene of college actors? I take it you've had X-Lax and Silk. What? Okay, I'll let you calm down.
I don't think I have anything else for this movie, man. It was charming. I don't think it would fit best as a double bill with Bloodbeat. They're two separate movies to watch high.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I would rather try to build this with that trauma distributed movie called Frostbiter Wrath of the Wendigo. Yeah. I would rather pair it with that, because that movie has terrific monster effect scenes in like a low budget, rubbery stop motion way, but they also have scenes that just fucking drag. So they're on the exact same wavelength, but Frostbiter actually takes place in the fucking snow.
Yeah, this movie doesn't have any snow.
So it's almost as if you watch this for the autumn and then you watch Frostbiter for the winter.
Why didn't they call this Autumn Beast? I think that would be cool.
That would have been more fitting, right?
Well, there's already, what is it, Savage Harvest or...
I have Savage Harvest.
Okay.
I haven't seen the one in a long time. I know that's an SOV horror film. I hope, because, guys, we've been deriving off the rails so much that all these weird titles we've been mentioning, you guys have been writing down or trying to seek out because they're trips.
Yeah, well, I got to say, too, this is like the Northern American version of not Bloodbeat, Devil Story.
Yeah, it is.
But Devil Story is so much fun. Like, seriously, find that movie.
Devil Story is a weird French oddity. This feels like that, but like slowed down to like a 10th degree and not as fun as Devil Story. But like the same kind of anything can fucking happen tone as Devil Story.
Well, like you said, the beginning of this movie starts out with the guy pulling his guts out.
Yeah, and
the effects
pretty good. Around like this going, yeah,
And then it cuts to another 15-minute dialogue scene where the camera kind of pans and
or the camera's just static on one scene and the characters are walking in like it's a stage play.
Yeah, it feels like that. Oh, and then it is a backstage, because every time they tap something, if they hit the desk, the whole walls shake. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
So it's like soundstage that they made with a tiny thin plywood.
And then in the background, so they're trying to do it. This is what I feel like they're doing. A teacher gave them an assignment. They're like, okay, you got to film something, but you got to get this shot in there. You got to put something in the foreground, middle ground. You know, film school stuff. And then they have like some PAs in the back. They have like swinging tree branches to make it seem like there's wind outside. So you know what I mean? It's like they're trying their hardest. Yeah, very DIY.
Which, you got to give them that credit too. I like that DIY spirit of them just really trying. Because, you and I have made films before. Mm-hmm. And we've made really DIY fucking horror films between us.
Gross House 2, Don't Touch That Dial.
My short films, Disappointed. The Tainted, Road to Eternity, so... we know that spirit, and we can commemorate a spirit. It's just, you can cut 20 fucking minutes out of this movie, and it would make it a hell of a lot better.
This movie's an hour and 16 minutes.
I know, but there's a terrific SOV Halloween time horror movie from the early 90s called Something of Mine. That sucker's only an hour. Fucking terrific movie. And it's an SOV horror film. WinterBeast could do the same thing.
Yeah, but see, this is the time, 90s and early 2000s, you had to have that at least hour and 15-minute mark in order to get distribution.
Yeah, whereas sadly, Something of Mine, that zombie horror film that's only an hour long, that was self-distributed. That's why. Okay, that's understandable.
Yeah, well, I mean, this was a nice breakaway from all the stuff that's going on in the real world now.
Oh my god, dude!
So so we were able to laugh our asses off.
Before we get into that, man, and we're still in this stoner smoker's basement. We're still in the slasher smoke break, guys.
I hope you guys are enjoying this new format, because this is what we're going to have for a little bit.
Just banter, man. Just have high banter.
Because I know none of you motherfuckers out there are going to go and watch this movie.
Probably not, man. You said how much is the Blu-ray?
The Blu-ray's out of print. So, and
how much?
I don't know. I think maybe
go on Amazon right now.
Why don't you check here?
Yeah.
But so that's the thing here, because I know this isn't streaming yet. I'm sure it will be streaming on Tubi soon enough, because a lot of
Vinegar Syndrome stuff is up on Tubi in their quality too, guys. A lot of you didn't know that, but you want to see a Vinegar Syndrome movie and you don't want to pay for the Blu-ray? Check out Tubi.
Yeah, or you know what? You could probably go to YouTube and type in WinterBeast. I'm sure the movie's posted on there in like a VHS quality. But the Blu-ray we have, it's been cleaned up really. It's from a 2K scan, so whatever's on YouTube, it's probably like VHS quality. But if you're just in it to see like the thrill of it, I definitely recommend it. I definitely feel like this is a movie that I would have seen when I was younger in the basement, like when you had friends sleep over and stuff, and a lot of them sleep and wake up at 3 a.m.
This is like, sorry to talk over you, Doug. This is like the weird movie you would see as a kid in the 90s on the VHS rack in liquor stores.
Yeah, at the bottom shelf, it's full of
very bottom shelf.
It's full of dirt and sun damage
and shit. Yeah, and it's you would be like, "What the fuck is this?" That's what that movie is, dude. This early 90s, come on. I'm not finding it on Amazon, dude. Give me a second.
Yeah, WinterBeast isn't. It's only available in that box set on Vinegar Syndrome.
I don't know.
Yeah, so yeah, that's our little spiel on WinterBeast here. So I definitely, as Aid would say, drink some wine, and I'll, smoke a doobie. What did you find? Did you find the price of that?
I'm sorry, Doug. You guys were high. What do you want? I'm the smoker. This is the Slasher Smokers. We've been plugging that way too much. Anyway, so the Homegrown Horrors Volume 1, Beyond Dream's Door, WinterBeast, and Fatal Exam, it is now $84.99.
I bought that for Amazon. Like $25.
Oh my god, guys. We are plugging a movie that you will have to pay $95 to fucking get. I am sorry, folks.
Yeah, sorry, guys. You
pirate this. I'm sorry, Vinegar Syndrome to say this, but damn, guys, it's $84 fucking dollars.
Well, for you collectors out there, it's worth it because it comes with 2 other movies which I haven't seen yet,
and Beyond Dream's Door has some cool moments to it too. That's another really regional, but that's a very college film. Beyond Dream's Door. I think you'll dig it, but sadly, Beyond Dream's Door also suffers with drags. So that's just a regional horror.
Most of these movies have to have padding because they had to meet that runtime.
You know what I mean? And that's the roughest part of these films.
Oh, well, we didn't get to the most what the fuck part of this movie.
Which one? I thought we covered it.
They're in that spot with the 3 wooden Indians just staring down, and then they open a box like, here's some gifts we have, and there's a fucking dildo in the box.
Oh, yeah, the dick in the box. Dude, so they're having like the seance or something, and they're like, this is the box that connects to the Indian spirits or something, and he opens it up, and it's like they're filled with trinkets. Like, there's a fucking dildo in there. I'm not kidding. We could show pictures of somebody, Jake, edit this shit in. But the box has a straight up dildo in it, and they're like, oh, the trinkets. Nobody acknowledges the dick in the box. And it's like, wait, what the fuck? Was this like a weird... Is this the regional filmmakers trolling us again?
No, it's not trolling. I actually looked in... Because the thing is, Yahaira, when she comes back from Peru... She gave me this wooden penis thing. It's like...
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's a wooden penis bottle opener. But the thing is...
Well, she gave me that wooden doll of the creature from Black Lagoon with the dick hanging out.
Yeah, so...
Peruvians are all about the penis.
Peruvians are all about the penis. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. but no, that dick was actually like a piece, like the Indians used to use it. It was a phallic symbol. Because how they used to have like fertility goddesses and fertility things. That's like the phallic symbol. That's why Peru had their obsession with penises that look like baboon dicks, and all these other it's a history thing. Look it up.
Anthropology.
Yeah, big words. What is this, PBS?
Which makes sense with the like Native American-y ogre demon thing at the end too, which I love. When they kill that thing, you can tell it's just a mask filled with smoke.
And then in fact, the skull, he wears like the skull necklace with bones. That skull is the same one I bought at 99-cent store last year.
I know. You know what's funny? That ogre in several shots looks like he was done in a Halloween store.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, pretty cool, because the thing is, this shows you that no matter how long it takes, if you have a dream, if you have a movie that you want to get made, just keep doing it. It'll get released. You know what I mean? When it came out in 1992, just to VHS. Mm-hmm. Now it's on a fucking Blu-ray with all 2K restorations, interviews, and now it's
it got its treatment. Yeah. It got its treatment in a way, you know?
And the special
never would have thought. Never would have thought. You know,
the guy that did Godzilla versus King Kong was talking about this movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then fucking, it's crazy. You know, people. It can be a cult film. You know,
it is a cult film.
I'm happy for it. You know, and you know what's crazy? It's crazy all these boutique labels. I hate to say this, but these like boutique labels are finding like movies we never would have thought would get like the great treatment, like Severin doing the Night of the Demon treatment.
I'm really excited about that. Oh,
man. I never thought the movie about Bigfoot ripping dicks off would ever get, like, a novelization, a 2-disc Blu-ray with a ton of special features, a figure, a mask, like... Never would have thought that one. And then Vintage Skinner giving this one the nice treatment. Yeah, it's like, holy shit.
But yeah, if you haven't seen Night of the Demon, I gotta say the whole movie's great, but the ending of that movie, like the last 15 minutes, it's some of the glorious Bigfoot, and it's creepy because it's in that real wooden cabin.
Yeah, with the lighting and the
lighting. Yeah, man. The music.
We could do a whole. That's one we got to tell Jake about. We got to do a smoke break on Night of the Demon.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, maybe I could get Jake, because you got the Blu-ray, right?
I ordered the Blu-ray, the 2-disc Blu-ray from Severin on Black Friday.
I'll just have to borrow the Blu-ray from you, because I have that Code Red DVD.
I do too. I burned that from you.
Yeah, that's right. But I'm sure the Blu-ray is going to be way better quality.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
I'll just borrow that from you, because I'm a cheap bastard.
All right, man. So do we have any plugs?
Well, no,
any T-shirts, Redbubble?
Oh yeah, you go to Redbubble /Pod Redbubble store. There's going to be T-shirts for all our seasons. Slashing through the snow, things gorging. You got your Friday night action on B Movie TV. You got your Saturday night terrors on B Movie TV stickers. A bunch of stuff. Night of the Carrot Waxers. You could
what is that Night of the Carrot Waxers thing? Is that actual artwork?
Yeah, Jake drew it. It looks like a Goosebumps novel. It's a Slashers podcast.
Can you send that to me?
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Jake, listen to this. Send it to me, man. Please,
I think I have it screenshotted somewhere.
Oh, dude, I want to see this. Fuck.
Okay, well.
Oh, man. Why don't you get my own Goosebumps?
Why don't you buy it so we could be real capitalists?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Capitalist pigs.
Hey, I wish I was fat, had a handlebar mustache, and always said,
you would stacks.
Open it. I get to see my stinks in the morning. But no, like I said, this movie was a fun break, so I definitely, if you guys have the free time, watch it.
It's definitely a movie to watch.
A joint. Yes.
You have to watch.
I don't think you'll enjoy it.
Guys, like Devil's Story and even Night of the Demon, you have to watch this one high.
Night of the Demon, Night of the Demon's scary,
dude. Night of the Demon has this weird, uncomfortable, I shouldn't be watching this, I need to take a shower after watching this Bigfoot mutilate people to elevator music. Guys, Night of the Demon is holy shit. We are really not selling WinterBeast anymore.
No.
Moved on.
But I'm serious, guys. Check out WinterBeast. It's honestly going to be as startling as. I heard a news story today. Some a Russian lady on an airplane.
No.
Yeah, the Russian. No. I'm going to tell her. I was cracking up laughing. Everyone looks at me like I'm demented. They're like, "What? Why are you laughing at something so horrible?" But on the news, I heard Russian lady on an airline breastfeeds her hairless cat. But the thing is, it wasn't that. Everyone was shocked by that. But when I read the article, it said the cat was screaming. The cat was screaming. Like, what the fuck? That's why you can't laugh in an office environment, because everyone hears you. And they're like, "What's funny about that?" I'm like, the cat was screaming. They're like, "You're not laughing that she was breastfeeding her cat, her hairless cat?" I'm like, "Yeah, I guess it's weird, but who writes the cat is screaming?" Or the cat was screaming. I tell you.
Anyway, guys, I would like to plug Horrible Imaginings Film Festival is actually taking submissions for their next year's big film festival in hopefully late August, early September at the Frida Cinema in Santa Ana. We are taking submissions over on filmfreeway.com. That is Horrible Imaginings Film Fest. If you have any independent films to see if we can't show it.
Yeah, so get them in early. I believe the early bird specials are still going on.
I think we're still going until January, I think.
Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, any of you filmmakers out there, send them their way, and they'll get it in the.
And don't forget the main channel, Slashers Podcast. We are currently going to be doing more snowbound horror films on the main feed.
Yeah, this is slashing through the snow. So we're going to do some unconventional ones as well, too.
I can't wait.
Yeah, so this is going to be week number 2. I hope you guys liked the last Misery that Jake and Aid did. But
Misery holds up so well, dude.
It's a very cozy movie, actually.
Also, it is very cozy. Like, that's a movie you're going to have hot cocoa to. But, like, Misery really holds up now with, like, how toxic stan culture has become.
Fan
culture too.
Okay.
How toxic fan culture has become and how stan culture is like, ugh. So that movie really
enlighten me. What's stan culture?
Stan culture is like the people who are like extreme fans who will like go and attack that person's enemies and shit online and stuff. Like they're as toxic as you can get, dude.
Oh, so they're those people that call the SWAT on like the YouTubers.
Maybe I think so, but I think Stan might also. Again, I'm a 33-year-old elder millennial stoner, guys. I don't know the exact Gen Z term.
Where are you getting these terms on TikTok? Because I don't even know how to use TikTok.
Twitter.
Well, there you go. I don't have Twitter for all you listeners out there. I don't have Twitter. Too toxic. Twitter
is like walking into a lineman. I'm football. No. I'm still, but
you're getting there.
Twitter is like constantly walking into a minefield.
Then why do you have it?
I like to talk to horror authors on there, and like Jared Rivette and Elric and Rebecca. I get to talk to all the horror.
Can you message them on Instagram?
They don't answer Instagram as much as quick as they answer Twitter. It's crazy.
Twitter, you only have 160 words you can write.
I know, but I don't know why they're so responsive on Twitter and hardly on Instagram.
Because Twitter, you can have porn on there. Well, okay.
No comment.
No comment? It's like, I can't get rid of Twitter. My porn's on there. You got to get rid of it. It's a toxic place. If you want
I can't get rid of Twitter. My porn's on there, man.
Yeah, but if you want the real nice stuff, just read the comments on Pornhub.
It's funny. I keep hearing that the comments on Pornhub were actually so good.
They're sharing recipes for Thanksgiving pie.
I know, which is really nice. I think I read a blueberry pie recipe on one of their comments, too.
Is it cream pie?
All right, guys. Did you want to end this, Doug?
Yeah, so like I said, guys, check us out, Slashers Pod. If you have any questions, comments, or complaints, well, Karen will take care of the complaints for you because she wants to speak to your manager. So if you want to complain, you can
anything for B Movie TV?
Yes, so B Movie TV. If you have a Roku, fire up that B Movie TV. We got a bunch of stuff, crazy movies lined up for winter time. We got some new Friday Night Action. Jake's Saturday Night Terrors plays Saturdays at 10 p.m. Yahira does Saturday Night Terrors as well, too.
Yeah, Yahira's the new host.
Yeah, she's the horror host, the deductive horror host.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not Elvira, it's Yahira.
Plug.
Yeah, so there you go. I got to promote her somehow. She's like,
I'm down to direct an episode, dude.
Well, yeah, when you come over,
I still want to direct that episode where like she has to wrestle the Wolfman and the Frankenstein monster,
and they're gonna DP.
But then they don't. But then they don't at all. And she's like, damn it,
Well, if you want them to DP, just get my neighbors. I saw them DPing and.
We have to cut.
Well, I could go on. The neighbors don't listen to this shit. They thought.
Didn't you go out in like your boxers and just like to go DP neighbors?
Yeah. So I was. It was like midnight, and I was cleaning out the stuff in the garage, and I was in my underwear, and then the garage is a slow opening door, and I always joke. I call the neighbors the DP neighbors because I thought they were because they had a sex sling in their garage, and I thought they were
doing. Doesn't mean they're into threesome stuff.
Yeah, but they always say. Well, the thing is, I thought they were dating at first, and then I find out they're brother and sister. I'm like, this is a weird fucking relationship. Worse. Well,
this is some real made up cheese, my friend.
It's not made up cheese, man. They've seen Pornhub. They know it's on the Step Bros.
Oh help! I'm stuck in the washing machine. How the fuck did that become a thing, dude?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, but dude, but Gen Z has some weird fucking Pornhub category shit, man. I try not to kink shame as much as I can, but I'm like, what? Stuck in a washing machine? What the fuck?
Well, I'll tell you what it is. It's because I don't mean to sound like an old man.
Oh, are we going angry elder millennial?
I feel like me. Okay, so the way me and Coke are set up, we're staring right at each other, so we look like the opposite sides. I feel like we're kind of like those old men puppets from the Muppets. They always have their arms crossed and stuff. But no, it's like they're lazy and
we can't say that. The boomers called us lazy too.
Man. Yeah, I could be lazy. I like being lazy sometimes. No, okay, not lazy, but it's like. with the internet and everyone having phones, it's so much harder to interact with people. So it's like people have these fantasies.
Do you think it's just cutting? You think it's just cutting out the interaction that can lead to a sexy situation?
Yeah,
like they don't want that interaction. Right. They can lead. They just want to like, oh look, open holes. You know, that's okay. I went from a 1 to a 10 there, guys. I'm sorry, but like. You know, at least in old school porn, it would be like, oh, hey, how's it going?
It's like, I had to went through 6 inches of hair.
It was like, I miss that cheesy dialogue, dude. I really do. You know, like the cheesy dialogue before sex scene. I really miss that. You know, I feel like, I mean, Brazzers does that still, but the majority of I feel like modern day porn doesn't do that. And I was like, guys, I'd like a story here. Give me a story.
Yeah, well, I mean, that sounds all fun and nice, but I have this movie that it's in one of these collections. It's called The Geek. It's a 1970s. It's a 70s porn with Bigfoot.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and it's...
Wait, was that the one where he was like completely black, but his dick was all white and shit, but it was still covered in dirt and shit?
And when he was fucking her, there's like black paint all over her ass, and her ass is hairier than the guy. Her ass was hairier than Bigfoot. I'm like, is that her? I'm like, oh, that's her ass. I'm like, God damn, it's like 6 cotton balls or the scouring pads. So I don't know. That was crazy, but I'm like. Then you say like, oh, the good old days of 70s and 80s porn.
No. I'm not talking 70s or 80s porn, dude. My porn preference goes from 2006 and up.
So like the Leisure Suit Larry, Magna Cum Laude,
like that kind of era of porn shit. Like, I'm sorry, but you know. Okay, listen, we have to stop this because remember when it edited the Graham Booth episode? She was like, it delved literally into like porn talk. Oh, yeah. We just literally went right into fucking Pornsville, guys. So we got to drag out for
we got to reel ourselves out here. We were in the closing credits. I don't remember what happened.
We just went a little bit longer.
I told you. Well, I'm looking at the timer. We're about 42 minutes in. So usually we got to make this an hour, just to please.
Sadly, do you think we've talked enough about WinterBeast?
It's kind of like crap radio. I think now we're just kind of going.
Oh God!
But I mean, okay. So yeah, I think we've talked your head off on WinterBeast. I say go check it out. Get stoned or drunk.
Just get stoned or find it the best way you can, guys. Please.
Or if you're aid, don't go like, oh my God, this place, I'm a Slytherin. Aid went to...
Aid's going to edit this, right?
Yeah, Aid, I told you, I'm a Slytherin too. But see, I don't really like saying that to people because I remember back in high school, remember when everyone used to say, what group are you in?
Dude, the thing is, I feel like I'm one of the only white millennials that never got into Harry Potter. I never got into it, dude. I'm sorry.
I never got into it either.
You know, I watched, what was it, Sorcerer's Stone when I was like in middle school, and I thought it was really cool and imaginative. And then after the first movie, I just didn't give a shit anymore.
Well, everyone in my school, everyone was like, I'm part of Slytherin. Slytherin into that pussy. That's what they all used to say. Like, that's why I'm like, Slytherin.
Oh, shit.
But, you know, that's my joke for the night here. Like I said, I think the funniest thing for me all day, besides like some scenes in WinterBeast, that lady breastfeeding the hairless cat.
How do you breastfeed a cat? I mean, with the cat's fangs and shit?
Maybe she was squeezing the milk. I guess that could be disruptive on an airplane. You're squeezing your nibble and it's spraying all over the people in front of you. And then the cat's like screaming because...
Honey, did you feel some water on the back of my head? Oh.
In the turbulence, it's spraying all over. It's like, I'm sorry, it's the altitude. My nipples explode in the night.
Oh my God.
I guess it could, maybe that's why the cat's screaming, but that's okay. Imagine going on an airplane. This is why I hate fucking riding on the airplanes. Because I go in there, someone's kicking my seat. I try to put my luggage in there, and then what always happens every time I go to the bathroom, I'm always ending up sitting either in the middle or the window seat, and I stand up too fast and I hit my fucking head on the thing. And there's the crying babies, and then you got the Russian lady squirting her nipple juice all over the place with the cat screaming. You got dogs barking. That's how it is on the airplanes, and then you get frisked by the TSA. And they don't leave you any money. It's like you're on an OnlyFans, and all of a sudden they rip you apart and they're like, well, they're going to take your money too. I'm like, well, what the fuck, man? I'm standing here naked. Oh. And that's my rant on United Airlines. Well, I did see, I'm going off again because I haven't been on the last few podcasts, so I got a lot of verbal diarrhea I got to express.
Okay, all right. Since we're here, and this is the first experimental Slashers pod side story, smoke break, what did you want to say on Silence of the Lambs?
Oh, we're going there. Okay.
Yeah, if you were on the Silence of the Lambs episode.
I liked The Silence of the Lambs a lot. That's one of my favorite movies. In fact, I watched that with my mom and my brother when we were really young, probably younger than we should have. I think I was like 6. And my mom's like, this is why you don't help people put chairs into vans. I'm like, what the fuck am I going to help someone with a chair?
Your mom showed like the roughest fucking horror films to you as a kid.
She showed me Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Trying to give moral lessons. She literally made you kids watch Texas Chainsaw fucking Massacre.
Oh, and she showed us The Fly. She's like, The Fly, it's such a good love story. I'm like, the Fly.
God, okay,
Maybe that's why I am today.
Fuck, dude. No wonder you can handle like the roughest shit, man.
Yeah, but she got mad when we used to watch South Park, so go figure.
Well, that's,
Yeah, because I remember we had those South Park tapes that we rented from the library, and she would get...
Your library had South Park tapes?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It had like, those VHS tapes they had like 2 episodes.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because all they can fit was 2 episodes. Bullshit,
Yeah, it's like, fit more. I don't even care if it's an EP mode.
Put it in EP mode. Fit 6 on there. Fuck off,
Yeah, but no, they instead of EP mode, they got DP mode because it's 2 episodes on one tape. I'm going to keep throwing out that DP joke. You caused this yourself.
Stop. We're not going there on the podcast. Don't.
Okay.
Okay, don't. All right. Okay. Don't. But fine, you want to carry the joke, carry that joke, but don't.
That's an inside joke. But, okay, so we were going off a little bit. We were going off on the airlines. And, like I said, just with Thanksgiving and stuff, I hate fucking driving all over the place here. It's ridiculous. Now, what was the comment? You said something and I lost my train of thought.
What, on Silence of the Lambs?
Oh, Silence of the Lambs. So, I mean,
we're not even on the rails anymore. We're out in like the fucking outback. What was that line?
Here. Oh, okay. See, okay. I've seen Silence
the rails are miles away, guys.
But when I was listening to the podcast that Jake and Aid did, and I edited that video, I could have sworn it was one of those things where, remember when you think a character said something in a movie, or you remember something and it's not the same. The
whole Mandela Bernstein Bears effect.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I always thought Hannibal Lecter said to that senator, he's like, well, I was like, your pussy smells like hot dog water now. I thought he said something like that, but I'm like, wait, what? He said nipples. That's not as vulgar as what I remember. I remember he said her pussy smelled like hot dog water.
No, he didn't.
Your pussy smells like hot dog water. I remember that. What was the line he says? What was the line he says? Well, anyway, Coker is gone.
No, Hannibal Lecter does not look at the senator going, your pussy smells like hot dog water. No, don't.
She got really pissed. And I remember her.
It was about her nipples. Hannibal Lecter was just like, made your nipples tough, didn't it? And she's like, get your animal out of here. How the fuck did that turn the pussy?
I said maybe that was a TV cut or something, but I agree. That's more vulgar.
That was not a TV cut. That was not a TV cut. That was not...
I think it'd be more entertaining because the audience would be a lot more jarred. Like, what the fuck did he just say? This motherfucker's vulgar.
Jesus Christ.
It's like, I don't even care that you eat people's faces. Stuff like that. You can go wash your mouth out with soap, Mr. Lecter. Or Dr. Lecter, I'm sorry.
Okay.
And
then the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 episode. Dude, you love that fucking movie.
Yeah, Texas Chainsaw 2. That's one of my favorites. In fact,
I was really wanting you on that episode, dude.
Yeah, well, I work. I work. Well, I mean, I'm working Monday through Friday. I got an office job, which it's a good job. I like it a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of cheese there, though.
I know it's rough cheese, man. But dude, what? I wish you were on that episode because, like, me and you we bonded over Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what. Well, I mean, when we first met, when was that on Sadistic? The first movie we did together?
Oh, Sadistic Eroticism.
Yeah,
back in 2012.
It was that. Yeah, we were talking on the phone. We just talked. But I feel like Texas Chainsaw 2, and my brother and sister can even say the same thing. That DVD with Dennis Hopper on the cover, that was my 10-year birthday gift.
Really?
I remember my parents were like, "Oh, well, what do you want?" I said, "I want Texas Chainsaw 2."
Wait, so that was your first DVD?
That was.
Whoa.
That was my own first personal DVD.
My first personal DVD was Creepshow. Do you remember the paper clamshell?
I remember, yeah.
Creepshow DVD? That was my first.
Yeah, it was. No, I remember the first DVDs I had. My dad, he bought himself The Matrix and Austin Powers: The Spy Who Shagged Me. Those are the first DVDs I remember. And then my
very
first
late
ones,
90s.
Yeah, Texas Chainsaw 2 and then Mars Attacks, the sniper case.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that's my affinity for Mars Attacks as well. But yeah, it's crazy with Texas Chainsaw 2 because I feel like that really, you know, when you're going through school and then you always want to kind of resonate. So, I mean, I guess it's kind of not a good thing to say now, but my whole humor, like my dark humor, like throughout high school and stuff that got me through it, like they're like, oh, Doug's pretty crazy. He's like the weirdest jokes. I gotta say, Texas Chainsaw 2 really did that because it's such a weird mix.
It's such a sardonic humor.
Yeah, it's not stupid. It's not parody, but it's
very
like,
sardonic.
Yeah.
It's like goofy but gory at the same time.
Yeah.
It's goofy but fucked up, you know? And it's sadly all the other Texas Chainsaws don't do that, dude.
No, they don't.
Dude, you heard about the new one today?
Yeah. I saw the trailer on Netflix.
Oh my god! It looks
what did it say? What did it say?
The description was like Leatherface is trying to be a better man.
Leatherface,
what the fuck?
Let Leatherface be leather. Why do we always got to do this?
They're John Wicking Leatherface, and plus it's going to Netflix in February, and I'm like, oh.
They're probably gonna have Leatherface as like this beefed up kid in like a Letterman jacket.
And it's a sequel to the original, like all the other sequels, which are sequels to the original. It's like that whole franchise is I'm sorry, Jake, but like everything past 2, from 3 and on, and even this new one, the whole franchise is a fucking mess. You know.
Well, you know,
it's a mess of a franchise.
You know, one of my favorite ones though. Besides, I do like.
You like 4.
I like 4.
You like Next Generation. I don't know why.
Because I saw that one very early on.
Okay.
I saw that one very early on, and then I also like I like the transvestite Leatherface on there. I think there should be figures kind of for creepy. That one. Yeah, because it was like a whole body.
You know what's funny? We both have an affinity for a 90s version of a popular slasher. My favorite slasher, one of my favorite 90s versions of the slasher is the melty, lumpy, gooey Jason Goes to Hell style Jason, because that was the first Jason I saw as a kid. So it just imprinted on me, and it was very 90s. And same thing with you, but with the tranny 90s Leatherface.
Yeah, I mean that's the one that always stuck, because the VHS for part 4 always stuck with me, because
with like the pantyhose on the leg and stuff.
The pantyhose in the leg, and then the other side was the lipstick and the chainsaw. That always stuck out to me. Like I always remember that tape because of that.
It's so mid 90s, isn't it?
It's very mid 90s. But yeah, so it's weird how we resonate with all that stuff. So yeah, you can definitely track. Like I said, I missed being on that Texas Chainsaw 2 episode. I love it, and I think that's one of the ones where I love Three Stooges. I know you guys that listen to podcasts.
You really
I love
the
Stooges, and I feel like Texas Chainsaw 2 is the closest to that.
Do you agree with me on Chop Top, or could you take Chop Top in longer bits?
I could. Well, see, here's the thing. Like, he gets a little grating sometimes. Not like he's really sinister and creepy during the K-Oakla radio station.
Yo, God, when he's like the golden old.
Yeah, when he's in the cave and he starts going like running around screaming, he gets a little. It's like, okay, shut up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Shut up.
Yeah, only to that point when he's in the cave, then it starts getting a little annoying. But no, Leatherface is my favorite throughout. He's just like that big teddy bear almost. You know, like the whole thing. It's like, what are you gonna do? I don't know. He's just like,
yeah. He's doing that a lot in part 2. You know.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what we left off on there. Man, we really went off topic, but that's what happens. Like we're hanging out,
guys.
In the
this
basement.
Is smoke break.
This is smoke break basement. So you know,
we go on the rails, and then we'll go off those rails. And
that's what it is. This feels like we're up at 3 a.m. right now, just kind of hanging out, shooting the shit.
Exactly, man.
And this movie played on like a box TV. Remember those Zenith box TVs with the wood paneling?
Dude, when I was little, my dad recorded a Halloween marathon of Tales from the Crypt. They were all season 4 episodes on HBO. And it had the original Crypt Jam music video in there too. And he would play that VHS tape for us all the time on a Zenith VCR. That's about as early fucking 90s as you can get, guys.
Yeah, see, that's the stuff you remember. I don't miss the 90s much.
You don't miss the 90s that much?
I used to like flinging AOL CD discs at people. I used to remember those free AOL CDs.
There were so many of those.
I know.
There were so many of those. Oh my God.
And I thought the coolest thing was...
Pikachu Pokemon cards were everywhere.
There were Pikachu Pokemon. I remember they were in the sewers.
Yeah, they were in the sewers and they were in the gutters all the fucking time. Pikachu Pokemon card, either Squirtle, Bulbasaur, or Pikachu was always in the gutter. And then, you know what else I miss? Like those Inquirer magazines at like
Batboy.
Batboy. Oh, I miss Batboy.
I remember the 600-pound mom.
Batboy was one of the best monsters of the 90s, and don't you forget it.
Imagine if Batboy came to Dead by Daylight.
Oh. Do you know there's a Batboy musical? I had the chance to see it playing in San Diego, and I didn't I should have. I know. I would love to see Batboy the musical again, you know.
Well, let's see, Batboy. So, you did see it then?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't.
I would love to see it, you know. I wonder if there's a full video play of it on YouTube.
Well, I remember Batboy was always on the Inquirer, and then that fat baby, like that fat toddler.
Do you remember the alien on the alligator body?
No, I don't remember.
No, that one was freaky. It was like an alien gray body, but like its lower half was an alligator. Mm-hmm. And he was like, what the fuck? So if I could find the image, that would be like popping on there like boop, you know.
Yeah, well, I hope you guys enjoy our diarrhea, blabbermouth, talk crap radio. It looks like we're getting towards that time. It's 56 minutes in. So
anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this weird spin-off show of the Slashers podcast. I am James J. Coker.
And I'm Doug Waugh, and we like to say goodbye.
And good day. Don't forget to light up, everyone.